G'day everyone, welcome to the Bothy. I'm Chris.
I'm Al. G'day.
We're going to be talking about cashless today, or digital currency, whatever you want to call it.
Super idea.
Great idea, yeah.
Not.
And just work out what it actually means, because there's a lot of people pushing for it, but no one's really talking about what it could actually mean.
Yeah.
So
I just can't see that they can possibly go cashless. I mean, you've seen when they had the power out.
yeah,
No one could buy it. Nobody could do anything.
Exactly right.
The only people that could do stuff was people had cash.
Yep.
So to think about going cashless is just ridiculous.
Yep.
Up until COVID, I was never using cash.
Right.
Only after COVID did I start using cash, because they were pushing. There was talk of the going cashless.
Yeah.
And I started using cash. So I use cash every week now.
So
Just on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to take my cash.
We are.
The thing is, once they take your cash, they know every single thing you're buying.
Yeah.
Why the fuck should they know what you're buying? What if you're going down to the market and you just want to buy like some fluffy dice for your car?
Yeah.
Why should they know you bought fluffy dice for your car? What the fuck's it got to do with them?
Yeah, I agree.
You got to have some sort of privacy in this world, you know?
I agree. All right, so let's go through some of the downsides of cashless. So, the biggest concern I've got, and you've already mentioned it, financial surveillance. That's exactly what they're going to be doing. They're going to track your transactions, your habits. They're going to know where you are. Yep.
They're going to know what you eat, when you eat it, how much of that you eat.
Yep.
And then when this new shit comes in, they bring a tax in for eating too much meat, which they will, because they tax frigging everything.
Yep.
They're going to say, you've had a steak this week. You're not allowed another one.
Yeah.
You're on soybeans all week.
I don't like soybeans.
Tough.
Behavioural profile is pretty much what they're going to do. And we're going to be profiled by AI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Credit scores here, left, right, and centre.
They'll follow our shopping habits. And you know what's going to happen. They're going to sell their information at some point.
Of course they are.
And advertisers are going to know what we buy and when we buy it.
Yeah.
So we really want transactional anonymity. That's what I want. I don't want anyone to know what I'm doing all of the time.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I agree. It's bullshit.
The biggest worry out of that, like I said, is third-party interference, mate. You don't want some insurance company knowing where you're spending your insurance money.
Yeah.
Yep. We get enough hack calls every day on our bloody phones, spam, as it is. And being monitored can stress people out. People get worried about it.
I know.
Yep. Why do you want people to know where you are? It's another reduction in our freedom.
It is. Yeah.
What happens when the power goes out, mate? What happened in Spain?
I mean, what do you do then?
Well, we know, and maybe it's because we're a little bit more regional, or a lot more regional than most. When power goes out, the Wi-Fi goes out, the internet goes out, the local towers don't work anymore. You can't pay a bill. You can't get on the internet. So there's no access to online payments. So what happens then?
What do you do?
Yeah, exactly right. So they're not scheduled, they're not being paid, and you know what people are like. Once they get paid, they crack it. And as we move to renewables, that's going to become more and more
It's going to be worse.
prevalent. I mean, they're saying it'll be safer and less theft-free if we go digital.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were knocked over in the street and had your wallet stolen?
Never.
Scammers, online theft, cyber attacks, that really is a massive threat.
And it's going to be even more prevalent if we're cashless.
Yeah. There are a heap of people out there smarter than the average bear, and the hackers are always one step ahead, because you only create a security program to fight what's already been broken into. You're not getting ahead of the game. And this will be no different. It means another reduction in customer service. Yeah. No tellers, just call centers. I mean, you just and then eventually it'll just be AI.
Well, you just need to have a look at the Canadian trucker strike.
You're going to talk about that.
It's like, what happened there?
Yeah.
They cut off all the bank. They couldn't get any money at the bank or anything. Yep. Because they were trying to stop the trucker strike.
So the government froze bank accounts of the anti-vax protesters. So I'm just reading from my sheetie, because I did some research on this as well. They froze the bank accounts for 30 days of people that were protesting under the Emergencies Act.
Yeah.
No court order required. Just do it.
Because it's Emergency Act. They can do any frigging thing they want.
Exactly right. We had our Emergency Act done here. Vehicle insurance was cancelled so those people couldn't drive legally in their cars. Right? Government broadened the terrorist financing laws to include crowdfunding. This all happened under this Canadian government that's just got back in.
What up?
Short memories, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Bloody hell.
But apparently they only just got in. How did they even just get in?
I think,
Mind you, say the same about Labour, but then
true,
you look at the opposition, they're shite as well.
So when I looked at the actual numbers, you think, oh, well, a few bank accounts got frozen. It was 219 bank accounts and 253 crypto accounts. Yep. And crypto accounts, they're not even regular.
No.
Well, like freezing those. Yeah. Money donated through PayPal was confiscated.
Yeah.
8.4
people
million
that were giving money to the truckers.
Yep. Anything sent through PayPal was confiscated by the government. And when the government were asked, what are you doing with it? Oh, we gave it to causes that PayPal thought were more beneficial. What does that mean?
They're probably their back pockets.
Oh, dear.
That's ridiculous.
China, Russia, and Nicaragua also freeze people's bank accounts. Yeah. So they're the other three countries that is known to do it. Reverse interest is the other real interesting one. I saw an article on that the other day where once there's no cash, you put your money in the bank, and instead of earning 4% or 5% on your money, it'll be a race to the who charges you the less. So we're only going to charge you 2% to hold your money. So now I've put $100 in, but I only got 98 because they've just whopped 2% off the top. So that's already in discussion.
Yeah. Reverse
interest. A fee to hold your money.
Well, they're doing it with the solar, aren't they? So,
yeah. A fee to take your free your free sun. You pigs.
Oh, my God.
Then comes the real issues. And you sort of touched on this earlier. Restrictions on your transactions. So there'll be transaction limits.
Mm-hmm. That's
a real worry. And there'll be some limits on who you can and can't transact with. And I'll talk about this Commonwealth Bank one in a minute. You'll be fully dependent on the financial institutions, mate. And if after government, car salesmen, and now dentists, evidently, who do you trust the least? The bank. Yeah, absolutely. And we become the surveillance state. Yeah. Everything we do is watched.
Yeah.
We're completely dominating. So a guy got a letter from the Commonwealth Bank asking him, why did you withdraw cash? Where is the cash? And who are you giving it to? And he thought, oh, this is a joke. Oh, someone's scamming me. So he rings the Commonwealth Bank. The Commonwealth Bank said, yeah, we said that. It's part of our making sure you're not giving it to criminal organisations fund.
How much money was it?
Don't know. But this guy is a multi-millionaire, owns a large Australian business. So he said, what do you mean you want to know all that? They said, well, if you don't tell us what you're doing it, we're going to freeze your bank accounts and cancel all your cards, even your FPOS cards, in 7 days. So you have to tell us.
What?
Yeah. Now, this happened this week.
Shit. Who's the guy?
I'll put a link to him down the bottom. Lewis Christopher is his name.
That is bullshit.
He runs an online property website, owns an online property website.
That is shocking.
It just so happens that he's also a commentator on Sky News. So where did he take it?
Everybody.
He did. He took it straight.
Jeez.
And, yeah, the questions they were asking him were horrendous. And the threats that they made to just cut him off. And he said to them, I just keep some cash in the house just in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Or someone wants to go down the shops or... No, they wouldn't take it. They wouldn't have it. So that really worries me. And Commonwealth Bank was then asked by Sky News, why are you doing this? They said it's our anti-siphoning laws. We have to randomly check with a number of customers a year, and he just happened to be one to be checked with. No,
that's
no way in the world.
That's bullshit.
Absolutely.
He was picked.
Yeah. I'll put a link to the interview in the description so you can go and have a look at that full interview on Sky News. Absolutely disgraceful.
That's terrible.
And I'm sitting there thinking, there's no way in the world I want to be cashless. And I'm like you, I don't get a lot of cash out every month, but every month we get a little bit of cash out just to, like I said, if I want to go down the shops and spend $5, I don't want to pay a fee every time I buy something on my card. Every time you tap that card or your phone, you're getting charged a merchant fee. Yep. And now there's shops, we don't accept less than $10. You better go and have a look at something else on the shelf. I don't want it. I don't want to do that. Yep. Just give me,
Because, I saw someone, I think it was on YouTube. I might have been on YouTube or Facebook. And it was this guy, he had to say, you spent $50 with your card. That $50 is no longer $50. If you spend $50 cash, it's still going to be $50 to whoever you've paid that money to.
Yep.
Whereas you're going to lose a little bit every time you use your card, every single time.
Yep.
And he showed, I was just like, wow.
Yep. Then
They're making a fortune.
Oh, they are, absolutely. $44.6 billion. Then there's the we don't pay all of the merchant fees, right?
No.
Businesses still stump up a bit of it. So we might lose $1.50 out of 100 or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But the company might lose another 30 cents, 50 cents, whatever it is. And that $100, just after 5 transactions.
Yeah, it's worth 75.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane, mate. The biggest one for me is the reverse insurance, because that's money for jam. And the banks will do it, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And the freedom issue, mate. We are losing our freedom.
We don't have freedom, mate. No. Freedom's a thing of the past, man.
No.
Yeah. No. We're going to have to move up to the sticks where no bloody towers and...
We've got to go off grid, mate.
Yeah. That's the only way you can do it. But then they'll track you down anyway.
Or Tuscany.
Oh, Tuscany. Yeah. Or Umbria.
Umbria. That's good too.
Oh, we should look at buying a house there.
It's dirt cheap.
I know. Yeah. The laws of buying houses is a bit dodgy.
We're not for cashless, are we?
No.
We want to maintain our freedom.
Yep.
And we want to earn interest on our money.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Not heaps.
It's not rocket science.
No.
It's basic as.
Exactly right.
Mm.
We are going to do a talk on freedom, but I know I've filled 3 pages of stuff I want to talk about. It's going to be a 3-hour conversation. So let us know what you think. Cashless or not cashless? For us, it's just another way for the government to surveil us, control us, reduce our freedom, charge us more money. As far as the bank's concerned, they'll be all for it. Not for it.
No, not for it.
No
good.
No good. All right. I've got to get back to home, mate. I've got to get some stuff out from under the mattress. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.